This is Karen from Online Healing Community. Welcome to Creating Space. And today we're going to talk about how to stay grounded. And with us is Reiki Master and Babaylan, Nagas. Please help me welcome him. Hi, Ray. Welcome back to
Hello.
Creating Space.
Hello, good evening, Karen, and good evening to all the viewers. Thanks, and nice to be back here.
Yes, we're so happy that you're back here. Today we're going to talk about how to stay grounded because it's been a long while. I mean, we're here in the lockdown for more than a year na. Kamusta ka?
I do well. So far, so good. Surviving. I think that's the thing that I can really say. It's surviving and just taking, things gently with with gratitude, with love. So there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thank you for being honest, surviving.
right, right. Because human as we are, at, there are moments which we'll be sharing later on that we have our down moments during this pandemic time, and what's very interesting is how we cope with it. Yeah, diba?
Yeah. Speaking of that, how to cope? How are you coping? What helps you cope with this pandemic?
Well, we wake up every day, and then I'm sure we there are moments now we pause for a while before we sleep. Personally, people watching may agree or not, but anyway, it's based on my experience. What I do is I try to count things that I'm grateful for or grateful of, be it even to the smallest. It doesn't have to be big. I think what's helping me to really stay grounded, to really survive, is to be grateful for the smallest things that I still have, So of course the families there, friends, yeah, because without you know, interaction socially, then you know what can happen to you, what can happen to us if there is no interaction, be it um, in an online or be it physical. Then what's going to happen. So that's one thing. Second is, yeah, being grateful that I'm able to eat three times or four times a day, including with snacks. Pinoy naman tayo.
Yes.
So
There are
3 to 5,
snacks.
it does the snacks. So basically, yeah, I'm very grateful for the basic needs. Yeah, I think the basic needs that I still have, and I'm still able to sustain them. Regardless of this challenging times. And I because well, there are moments that you'll tend to compare. I'm sure, pero of course that will not be helpful. What's good is it's more of introspection. Go deeper into yourself. Try to uh, create a journal, diba? If you're not a writer or if you're not that person who does journal, then just pause for a while and then mentally or just visualize things that you still have and be grateful for it.
So gratitude, no, is key.
Gratitude. Yes,
Gratitude.
that's it. Gratitude is the key. That's right, Karen.
Right. And you're someone who loves rituals. Do you have rituals which help you cope at this time?
Well, at this time, the simplest ritual that I do and that I can share, especially to viewers right now, is to really sit still. I guess many people are not comfortable with that. To sit still and to focus on breathing. you know. And breathing, by just breathing, there are a lot of things to ponder, to be thankful as well, because breathing is one way that, aside of being alive, it's our connection to the source, yeah, to the divine, and it is in breathing that still makes us healthy, because when we're very much aware of our own breathing, then we know that we're being regenerated. We're given vitality as we just stick in breathing and simply offering it to to God or to the divine. Just breathe and let go.
Yeah, I love that. Breathe and let go. John Ray,
Yeah,
have you
because
had any challenges during this pandemic?
yeah, yes, firmly yes. And I'd like to share this because I think siguro most of the viewers will have this perception na siguro madali lang sa inyo dahil you have all the tools bilang isang well-being facilitator or into energy medicine or whatnot, no? So yeah, I think basically because we're all human, and the challenge, given that we experienced the second wave, it's been more than a year of the pandemic. So the challenges are the things that you can't really do anymore from the things that the things that you're so accustomed with or you're so comfortable with. So there are a lot of ano ba? It's like purgation or shedding.
Mm.
And there are moments that I see it as healthy. So if you're a person who likes to hang out, go out, then you're at this moment, yeah, you're kind of limited, but at the same time your expenses are saved. Diba? Your expenses are saved. Another thing here is um, well, the favorite spots that I used to hang out would be even in coffee shops, especially dito kasi sa in Katipunan. I live in Katipunan, Quezon City, just along Ateneo. So this place used to be so lively, and whenever I go for groceries, then I come across these shops that are closed. Sometimes you tend to have this images in your mind, parang sa movies, yung parang may nagre-recall. Parang oh, okay, there are times that I see people walking here, chit-chatting, nagtatawanan. So yun ang lalaro sa isip ko. So you feel it kind of nostalgia. And then
Right.
after that, when you go home, you feel alone. You feel, or not alone, but you feel a certain loneliness. So ganyan, you feel that energy na eh. And it's very interesting because at the start of the pandemic last year, I didn't really feel that heavy. So go to because of the adjustment, and we all of us were adjusting. We're adjusting with regard to the workload, on how we should, you know, take care of ourselves, diba? Protocols and all this. But now, since okay, medyo you already know what to do, you already know how to survive, but this time it's more coming. The challenges are coming in a form of in a mental aspect. That's why a lot of people are suffering, with on how to improve their mental stability. Diba? So I was feeling that already. So I felt that energy, especially during the time na I think approaching Holy Week, when we're going to have that ECQ here in Manila. And during that time talagang, oh God, parang sobrang lungkot. Parang the space became so quiet again. And I know bilang isang wellness facilitator, they'll say, well, actually this is advantage for you kasi you can just meditate and sit. Well, I can do
Yes.
that, pero hindi. Parang ganun. There was a moment of anxiety. Na anong gagawin ko? Especially that, I don't have my regular work. I don't have my regular job. Diba?
Mhm.
So that's again another a challenge and a big
Right.
adjustment, especially for 2021. So that was a thing. I used to be very busy, but now hindi. I just do, freelance and tutorials. Ganun. So yeah, it parang a moment. What am I going to do now with what I'm feeling or what am I experiencing? Say there's a moment that I don't want to talk or I just wanted silence. So ganyan. So even a question, is this something? Will this questioning this process? Is this something that will give me light at the end, right, or not? If it makes sense. Giving light meaning, um, can I overcome this? What if not?
Mhm.
Ganun, may pumapasok na what if not, di ba? And then there's a pressure on the other hand na telling you, uy, kaya mo yan, well-being facilitator ka eh. Mga ganyan. And then on the other side of my head, parang, it's not, it's not bad to have this experience. I think it will be good because once you overcome this, then there's something that you could share and impart on people who's in the same journey as you. So yeah, so I had to stick with that. I really had to stick with that. So aside of that, of course, I have my family, my friends that I talk to. So that
Mhm.
that really helped a lot. But talaga, even I talk to them, they're especially pag evenings na, 'di ba, quiet. So ayan
Mhm.
na, tahimik na. So ganyan, and then you just wish that it's morning, and then
Yeah.
okay, you can just read a book or what. So
Yeah.
that's why, yeah, what really stayed me grounded and what really helped me in my ritual is this one particular simple ritual. Is just just to sit and you get connected to your divinity.
Mhm.
So try to find that peace within yourself. Yeah, and
Thank
I
you for
know.
sharing
Oh,
that.
totoo. Yes, you're
Thank you for
welcome.
sharing that, genre. Na parang, yeah, because people might have that misconception that you will always be okay because you're a well-being facilitator. Parang, you will never suffer from any of this anxiety or like bouts of loneliness. But yeah, not true. We're also people and these things happen. I think we lost genre, but yeah, there you're
There we
back.
go. I'm
There
back.
you're
Was I
back.
lost?
Thank-
Okay.
Yeah, I lost you for a
All
bit, but
right.
I
Okay.
was saying thank you so much for sharing that because you
Yes, you're
said that
welcome.
some people you even your head, diba? There's a voice in your head that says you can't be lonely because diba, you're a well-being facilitator. But
That's true.
there's a part of you that says you can't go through this, you can't be anxious. But I love what
Right.
happened to you that you really just accepted it. Na, well, I think this is part of my journey, and I
Hmm,
think
hmm.
if I overcome this, then I'll be able to share. I love that you were able to hold on to that versus like questioning yourself na you can't be sad, you can't be anxious, you're
Oh,
a well-being
totoo.
facilitator.
That's true. And I think that, yeah, to only overcome this is to go through it, diba? Because when I was going through it, talagang, I had to find solutions. I
Mm-mm.
had to find solutions, be it with family or the things that I was, that I am doing for others. Maybe I could do it for myself now, diba? So it was a really, well, a moment of, let's say, redefining also. Kasi given this time, parang there were also questions like, should I still continue what I'm doing? Ganyan. Baka, are you worthy still of doing this? So ganyan. There are a lot of questions, and I find these questions, paano ba? Purifying, very cleansing.
Mhm.
It's just that you will not realize it when you're there, when you are at that moment. So I know people will say that, what, just accept what you're doing, or what you're experiencing. For people who might be experiencing that right now, yeah, just go through it. I won't say that. Sige, tanggapin mo lang, kasi it's like, you're not really totally understand what they're feeling or what they're going through. Pero yeah, sige, just go through it and just see what you're trying to do with that. Diba? With all
Mhm.
these questions, with all these feelings or things that are going on in your head.
Mm. And I agree with you. You don't like just jump into accepting it because sometimes the tendency if you just accept it, you swallow it whole and then you
Mm-mm,
just suppress the
mm-mm.
emotion and that doesn't help
Yeah,
you talaga.
that's true. That's true. I do agree. So it's nice to get in touch with your emotions. Yeah, get in touch with those emotions. because the process that you're going through, it could be maybe because you're receiving images from the past,
Mhm.
or it could be something that is giving you existential questions. Well, what are you going to do in the future, and so on. And these are normal. These are normal. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, just go on, and you know, if there are, again, if it's too much, you know what to do. Just breathe. I guess that's
Yeah.
one kind of, for me, that kind of help. Just breathe.
Even.
Just stick to the basic tools for wellness: breathing.
Right, I
Yeah,
agree. And
just to stay
Ayi
calm and breathe.
saying, yes, I agree. Breathing helps. And Ayi said, sasabog ka later if you suppress it. Because some people
Totoo.
talaga would just say, just pray, or just say everything is okay. There's like toxic positivity, and they just give you a
That's true.
phrase, and they feel na parang okay, just say this phrase over and over, and you will be okay. And sometimes, that doesn't work. Sometimes I
Oh,
just have to
totoo.
feel I
Right.
have to
I
feel
mean,
anxious. I have to feel this loneliness, or I have to feel angry. You just have to go through that. Diba?
exactly. I mean, no offense for whoever gives those kind of advices, pero I can't blame them. Pero that yun nga. I mean, that's the way to really deal, and for you to really be strong. Diba?
Yeah.
It's to go through it, to really get in touch with your emotions, and not to. It's a kind of escapism, diba? Kneeling towards paano ba? Spiritual materialism, just getting or extracting quotes from scriptures, or whatnot, just to make tapal. Pero okay, if that helps for others, then that's fine. If that scripture really resonates with you, then that's good, diba? Pero marami kasi na uh, is not in that kind of state. So what are you going to deal with it? So tama, sige, it's your own pace. People have their own pace, diba? So it's good that you respect your own pace on healing, your own pace of you know getting up. Yeah. And that's good because if that person is trying to resolve on his or her own, then you're empowering yourself. Diba?
Yeah.
That, that's I think that's a good way. You get to empower yourself. What people, other people can do is not to pressure themselves to give advice, but just to listen. Try to be,
True.
diba, just to be there, and then just the presence alone. That's enough. That I think that will be, you know, I'll be grateful
Yes.
for that.
Sometimes the person who
Yeah.
feels lonely or anxious or sad just needs to release it. And so,
Yeah.
'di ba, parang sometimes nga I talk to my friend, please don't solve my problem. I just need to talk to you. But just allow me to talk. But don't solve my problem. Don't give me
Totoo.
advice.
That's true. So yeah, so ganon, diba? Bilang isang tao, whether you're a wellness facilitator or not, sige, just go into the process, and then later on, you will find that you'll find your own light.
That's
Because
true.
once you find it, then you can also help others who might be going the same experience as you.
Right. But for you, you're saying that the experience was purging for you. It was cleansing.
Right, right. It was cleansing in such a way na okay, so this is basically my experience, na I had to go back to writing kasi I don't paputol-putol yung journal ko before. If I get so busy, with work before, so I don't really write. So right now I really have to write.
Mm-hmm.
To kailangan ko ilabas yung creative juices. I guess that's one thing that
Mm-hmm.
this challenging times are trying to tell me. Parang ilabas yung skills mo. Di ba? I mean, I used to do art, pero ngayon, I'm getting back at art again. in terms of sketching and ganon. I love drawing and sketching or designing logos. So ganyan. In a way, bumabalik siya. And by just doing that, randomly, um, whatever the questions that you were having are not there. And ganon. So, it could be the fact that something needs to resurface. Yeah,
Right.
something that needs to resurface. There you go.
I love that. Something just needs to resurface. So you had to go
Oo.
through that so something will emerge. So the art, the
Well,
creativity side it
right, the
can
creativity
emerge
side,
again.
totoo, totoo. That's true. Kasi, yeah, in addition of these challenging times, there was a week that I got so tired of sending resumes and CVs. Ganun. Tapos you still have that weight. Siyempre, darating naman yun. Yung anxiety, what if they don't contact you or, may mga thoughts there are thoughts coming na, what, at this time, marami kang competition. Mga ganyan. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, this will not help me at all. Di ba? That's the rational mind thinking, but it will not help you at all.
Mm.
So, on the
Yes.
other hand, sige, okay, I will not entertain you, just come. Sige, all these phrases telling na marami ng competition, sige, okay, just let me come. Pero
Oh,
I'll not
wow.
try not to deal with it. Yung ganun, because it's not
Right.
gonna do me good. Ganyan.
Right.
So, as long
So
as
you
you have
don't
that
fight.
realization, yeah, you
You
don't
don't
fight
fight
it.
these voices.
Yeah, I don't fight these voices at all.
Ah, that's cool. But you continue lang, no,
Yeah.
with what you have to do.
Right. It's like you're trying to live with it side by side. Um, and I think it's also teaching me patience, patience in dealing with my own, with
Yeah.
ano ba, with my own hurdles.
True. What do you think is the
Ganun, di ba?
message of pandemic for everybody? Like for you, it's
Yeah,
patience, it's cleansing,
yeah. I think for
but for
for
all of us,
everyone, so what I think for everyone is really to really look deeply to oneself. Because once you look deeply to oneself, there could be redefinition of who you really are. There could be a redefinition of your passion, of your desires, diba? Because as what I've said earlier, once you've find that with or without pandemic, kaya mo. Yeah,
Mhm.
it could be a skill that was so dormant and now you're using it again. Um, let's For instance, if you have that creativity in art and then you're doing designing on the web, I mean that's good because with or without pandemic, designing or doing arts through online or through the web, web designing, that's very useful. So that's just one aspect, no, just to make things concrete.
Yeah.
Diba? So
Yeah,
ganun. Yeah.
rediscover. I know. I agree with you. Like you said nga this pandemic is giving us a lot of time for silence. Or we were
Mm-mm.
talking about that. And so you can get like, you get to really look at yourself and moving forward from that, you can actually redesign your purpose, like you're saying,
Yes,
redesign your life. Ang galing. So are you out
that's
of
true.
that phase already? That the feeling anxious or feeling lonely about what happened?
Yes, actually, doing paano ba? Nasa towards the end, so not totally out, but towards the end.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, I
Mm.
can let's say confidently and firmly confront whatever if there are things that will bombard me once again. So
Yeah.
ganyan. Kaya
You're coming
actually
out of it na. You're
coming
coming
out of it
out
na
of that.
exactly.
Yes.
That's why
You.
actually it's mid year na, no. I mean June, and it's real
Yes.
interesting. And by just reflecting this last night, sabi ko, no, June na, parang ang bilis. Where in fact, it's not supposed to be fast kasi pandemic is trying to
We're
slow you
not
down.
moving.
We're not
Yeah.
moving. We're not, moving too much. Pero bakit ganun? Parang, it's already June.
Yes.
So, yeah, I guess the challenges that I've that I've gone through made it kind of, well, parang kind of fast. Pero at the same time, I felt that when I was in those moments, I was really taking time. I don't want to rush. Hindi ko naman sinasabi sana mawala ka. Never had I had that moment na please go away. But I just, just allow it to stay there for a while. Ganon.
Mm.
And I just going to do my thing. Be it
Yeah.
so I still continue. So that's another thing, no? Just continue what you're doing. If you're doing meditation regularly, just continue doing it. If you miss, 1 day or 2 days, sige lang. Maybe the next day you can just go back to it. So
Mm.
yeah, ganyan.
I love that message. If you're going through something, tuloy lang. Just continue with your life. Ganyan.
Yeah, just continue. If you don't
Yes.
feel like it right now, pero you want to do something else, then do that something else. If you want to watch, Netflix. Di ba? So
Yeah.
there was one weekend na okay, I'm gonna like share it diba, in public. I didn't really drink that much before I didn't really drink that much, diba?
Mm.
Pero during that time I said, you know what, I want to have that experience of what does it feel, when I'm drinking. When I say drinking, I mean drinking alcohol. So I bought soju.
Yes.
So I had that evening. It was like kind of a ano ba, me time. It was really authentically me time that I downloaded a movie, had my soju and chips. Okay, people will tell me, "Oh, you're so unhealthy." Yeah, I don't care. So I just wanted, yeah, that's my space. Ganun lang. It's my space. I'll drink
Oh, you just
my
allowed
soju.
yourself.
Yeah, I just allowed myself. I'll just my soju. I mean, it's not even excessive. It's only that time. So soju, chips, and then a movie. K-drama
I
kasama ni
say
Aggie.
K-drama ang peg.
Oh, parang ganun.
Yes.
So
If you
yun, and then
needed that time.
oh, and I wasn't guilty. Even after I drank that soju and ate that, bag of chips, I wasn't guilty at all. I felt good the next morning. Then after that, I just continue what I usually do, meditation. Yung ganun lang. So, ayun.
Sometimes you have to give yourself space, no?
Oo, right, right. Di ba? I
Oo,
mean,
na parang, chill. You gave
chill.
yourself a space to just be chill, to not
Right,
do
that's true.
anything. Yeah,
Oo, because I
just
think
allow it.
what's also putting pressure, I guess, and what adds also to the stress, let's say stress or anxiety to a facilitator, a well-being facilitator, is that you create that image kasi na, you should be clean, di ba? So what it is to be clean ba? So people have defined of what's good and bad, pero talaga may good and bad ba talaga, di ba?
Yes.
So
That's
yeah,
subjective, actually.
it's very subjective. So on my end, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. For me, there's
Oh,
no. I mean, what at that time there's no good and bad because I'm just getting in touch with myself, and I think that myself really needed that moment. So yun,
what I
diba?
like is you listen to yourself. You
Yeah,
didn't listen to what
totoo.
will, because there's always what will the other people say. In Asian culture, palaging ganon eh. What will they say?
What,
What
what
will
will they
other people think
say?
of me? Yeah. And you're
Totoo.
sharing about it now. So sobrang carefree for being so
That's
open
right.
because it's okay if that's what you
Yeah, I know.
need.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's in it's one thing. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
every day that you're doing. Iba na yun, diba?
that's
So
true.
if you feel that you need to just release, I just want to call it release. If there's the thing that you want to release for that particular time or day, then what, go on.
That's true. For those of you, ayan, I saying, I love that the space of non-judgment and just listening to oneself. So, if
Ayun, thank you,
any of
Ai, for putting
you,
it to words.
yeah, ganda. And if anyone's going through some tough times right now, if you're going through something challenging, I hope what Johnny shared helped you. Like he just gave himself space to listen
Totoo.
to what his body needs, to what he needs, and just allow it. No, you just really
Yeah.
allowed it, and now he's actually like yun nga, like he said, he came out of this challenge. And so for the next part of this segment, we're going to talk about how he's helping the community naman because he has overcome. So he's going to help other people overcome their challenges as well. But we just need to take
Right.
a break for just 1 minute and we'll be back after a minute. Okay. And we'll talk about
All
how John
right.
Ray can help you. Thank you, John Ray.
Sure.
We'll be
You're
back in a
welcome.
minute. So you can
Okay.
just help people stay calm and spread calm at this time. And if we can just really lighten the load of everybody, and lalo na with the social distancing that's being done, we kind of feel alone. Even now, we're still on lockdown. And I just want people to know that, guys, you're not alone. Kaya natin to. Together, we can do this. That's why we have programs every Tuesday, every Thursday. There's a class or a workshop which is free to the community so everybody can come together. Here are our programs to help you in your journey to personal growth and healing. Ayan, and we're back. So, in the first part, we talk about John Ray's personal journey, but he has come out of
Yes.
that. And now you're the one helping other people overcome. So, tama yung sense mo, no? That if you
Mm-hmm.
get out of this challenge, then you're the one who's going to help other people.
That's true. And well, you can really even sense on how the universe will be with you, or how the universe has your back, as they say. Because I sense it, and actually, it's really happening when I knew that I was kind of getting okay. When I say okay, I was able to handle it. People just started to message to me like, "Oh, when's your next meditation?" Or "Can I have a Reiki session with you?" Because if if I'm in that moment challenging, I can just reject. Parang no, can we just postpone it? Pero there was none, and in here now, I'm receiving messages uh, asking me asking if I could hold this good space for them, for their for their issues and for their spiritual journey as well. So yun, I guess it was timely for me to open up again, a healing space for others, to render service. And yeah, so ganun. Actually, it's just very recent. Just two. It started just a week ago. Ganun.
Mm-mm.
A week ago.
Yeah.
Ganun.
And sabi nga ni Ai, you're out of the cocoon. And a week ago, you conducted a full moon Reiki healing for online healing
Right.
community. And there were so many people.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I noticed what they're saying is they felt that the meditation was really powerful and they felt connected to themselves. But more importantly, they felt connected to nature. And
That's
this is
true.
not just one people saying that. There were 25 people in the room. And like a lot, well, half of them were saying that they really felt nature, connected to nature, even when there
Totoo.
were no nature sounds.
Exactly. I was very surprised that time. Aside of the attendees or the participants for that space, for that full moon Reiki meditation. Because just the
Mhm.
backstory, it's a day, yeah, a day before, yeah, you invited me for that, and I was kind of having second thoughts. Parang, should I hold space or not? Pero biglang, like my intuition was telling me, ready ka na, you can go. You can open it again. So kaya, all right, parang no problem. So when I was already there doing the meditation, giving the guides on what to expect, I was just, being free flowing. I just do what I gotta do, or what I was even doing for myself.
Mhm.
And then, ayun, I was really grateful, and I didn't expect the outcome coming from them, or how many, even the number of participants. So when they were sharing what they felt, what they experienced, or insights, parang I just want to be quiet. Actually, I was very grateful, but at the same time, it's like, you know what? Thank you so much, but it's most, everything what you received or experienced during the time. It was a moment for you, but it was also a space. It was also a space for you that you came at the right time, and whatever I was doing, diva, whatever I was
Yeah.
doing, your energies were very receptive to it because you guys are like the original healers, the participants, and
Mhm.
by attending to it, it was, it was a big yes of healing of oneself, of healing yourself. That's why a lot of people were experiencing or hearing waterfalls or
Mm.
sound of spring, which I did not have here in my
Yes.
space, or even in my music, because my music was plain instruments, instrument, not of nature, not nature sounds. So ganun. So doon ako nagulat when there are like five people saying that. And it's good because the full moon was really a vibration of letting go and releasing, therefore cleansing. It's a cleansing moment, and a symbol for cleansing, which is very prominent in many traditions or culture, is the symbol of water. Diba?
Mm. That's
So
why
ganyan.
they connected to water. Lay, who attended
Right.
your session, said she's
Ah,
super grateful
hi
for that
Lay.
full
There you
moon
go.
meditation. And Ayi saying you're able to transport them to Banawe energetically.
That's true. Oh, I mean, I did have that insight, but I think it was you, Karen. But it was you, Karen, who
Yeah,
told me because you were connected to Banawe and you were
nature.
adopted Banawe, exactly, nature, and in my paano ba,
And you're adopted,
astrological
diba?
sign, right? Oh,
By the
yun.
Ifugao
So,
tribe. You're a
oh,
Babaylan for a tribe in Cordillera. So
so
you're
that's
actually
why.
our connection to nature. Parang yes, we're kind of inclined, but you're like our bridge. Do you sense? Is that I don't know if that's correct.
Oh yeah, I think what you're saying is correct. It's just that paano ba? I think I don't want to say it. I don't know. I'm being humble enough. I just don't want to say it. Baka ganun nga. I'll just leave to you
Oo.
guys on how will you interpret it or share it. Sige lang. I'll
Yeah.
accept it
Oo. I really
because
sense it's you. I really sense it's the guide eh. It's you're the
mm,
one kasi leading. So we're basically following that energy.
that's true. And yeah, I think a lot of what psychic friends tell me that strong in earth element ko, or I have that very strong earth energy. I attended one. This is years ago. It was 2018, early of 2018. Um, I visited one. I visited one psychologist, gifted psychologist. When I say gifted, energetically gifted,
Mm.
who can see through you, yung ganun.
Ay,
So
wow.
she led them kind of meditation, and then after meditation, we had to draw something. So, ayan, I just picked a color and then I started drawing. Siguro wala pang 20 seconds yung pag-sketch ko. She just mentioned, you know what, earth person ka. I was like, huh? Parang I was so dumbfounded kasi I didn't, she was the second person who told me that I'm an earth person. And then I kind of embracing it when she said that. Siguro because, she's a psychologist and given the credibility and all. So, okay. Siguro nga. Because, I love the mountains. I love outdoors. I mean, if you're going to, give me an option whether to go to the mountain or to the beach, I prefer the mountain. Di ba? So ganyan. I mean, that's one way how siguro my modality, my healing modality is it has a very strong earth element, earth energy is what many will call it.
Yeah.
Good.
And how were you able to hold space? for people? How do you do that? Because you're able to, like what I said, you're able to transport us to Banawi. You're able to connect us to nature.
Right. So if I guess a lot of people have been attending my my meditation and so on. So the first thing is to be really comfortable where you are. So when I say comfortable where you are, comfortable with your feelings, current feelings right now, and then going out meaning to your physical space. So if we are having like a session, a healing session or meditation, you pick a very comfortable space that you know feel so much connected, and you feel so much connected and very at home. So there, no. So I'll start from there, and then gradually, yeah, they'll be guided. So being at the present moment. So when you say being at the present moment, try to be sensitive of the sounds around you. Yeah. So from I don't know, from that step, then we go further.
Yeah. But the first step really
Yeah.
is being comfortable,
To be
no?
comfortable. Yes, to be comfortable. To be relaxed. Ganun.
But I feel that,
Ayun, may butiki
facilitator,
dumaan sa likod mo.
I didn't see. O, diba?
Oh, yeah, like
Talagang
sangayan dyan.
mere earth element ka talaga. You can sense those things. Oh, I
Oo, may
don't. I don't.
small lizard. Hindi, may small lizard na dumaan sa likod.
Ah,
Sa wall. So anyhow,
well.
ayun.
But also with you, John, di ba, when we hold space as facilitators, we don't just go there and like conduct meditation. What preparations you usually prepare for for a session? What preparations do you do when you
Well,
conduct sessions?
when I conduct sessions, well, it's very simple actually. 15 minutes. I just be in silence for 15 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and and as I sit, I try to be at home with myself. I be at home, with my room, and then I'll connect to the divine. So it's like, okay, as the old phrase say, just do it, and then ano ba yun? Do the job and God will do the rest.
Yes, yeah. Because you're a conduit, no? Like you always say, a
Ayun.
bridge. And then the
Yeah,
divine does it. But
the
also,
divine does it.
diba,
Yes.
you have a daily ritual. That's why that's why you're grounded. Like I would see your IG and I look at your Facebook and you always talk about rituals. There was something that you
Yes.
usually do daily.
Totoo. Because that's something that I'll also encourage, especially at this time of pandemic. You find your own ritual, right? How do you find your own ritual? So again, basically, ritual is something that you find meaning and purpose at the end. Yeah. So it's not simply just waking up, fixing the bed, or brushing your teeth. That's already a routine. Pero if you find that just fixing your bed as like it's a way of getting ready, it's cleansing, it's a kind of cleansing, then it becomes a ritual. When you put meaning to it, it becomes a ritual. Di ba?
Ah, so it's as
So
simple as that.
yes, it's simple as that. Aside of the the usual where you light the candle and so on, because you try to see the sacredness in the ordinary things. Di ba?
Um,
And I like how this mystic Saint Teresa of Avila will say, "If I pray, I pray. If I
yes.
wash the pots and pans, and make it sure I really wash it." So you really are present at the moment, and then you see
Yes.
the divine in each angle, any aspect. Kasi
I,
di ba, if you're very much aware of it, then growth will follow. Di ba?
yeah. Yeah. It's really attention, no? You're talking about attention, putting it, yeah, adding sacredness or
Adding
divinity to whatever it is you're doing. And
Oo.
speaking of what you're doing, another thing that you conduct is Reiki healing. For other people who don't understand what Reiki is, can you please
Yeah,
share with
sure.
them?
So Reiki is a Japanese healing modality, and it's done hands-on. So Reiki basically means Rei, which is life force, universal or divine, and Ki is energy. So when we do Reiki, the energies that we project is coming from the divine or the life force energy, which we are all connected. And the benefits of it is it's very good because there's no side effects. It de-stresses. It's very useful at these times because it boosts immune system. So that's another benefit to it. And then another thing is, it helps you to align or balance your mind, body, and spirit. So it's really a integrative and holistic healing, and it's very good right nowadays because the West or medical doctors from the West are acknowledging it. Yeah, the benefits of these modality, energy medicine, even for Reiki. So there, and so in my Reiki healing session, so there's a process. What I do is I interview the client, so I get to know first what issue that this person or client wants to bring in on the table for healing as I do Reiki healing. And then when I after I do the Reiki healing, so the person is, well, since it's done online now, so it's a
Yeah.
distance Reiki healing. Since it's done online, I make sure it's guided. I project my hands, but I kind of instruct them where my hands is going. So for instance, okay, my hands is on your head. I'm projecting Reiki through it for a few minutes. My hands are going to your body, so like that. And then once it's done, there's a processing. So the me feedback. I will share to the client or to the person what I sense and things that you need to work on. So may take home, may pabaon. So
Oh,
ganun.
there's a takeaway.
Oh, there's a
Oh,
takeaway.
that's
So so
right.
it lasts like an hour and 15 minutes or 1 hour 30 minutes. So ganun. So ganun siya.
All right. So, we'd like to invite you if it's something that you want to try, you can actually book a session with John Ray. I'm putting the link on the chat box, and it's something that you can try with us and with John Ray. Or if not, you can join the full moon Reiki healing meditation. What I like
Yes.
with you is you put so many things together. There's the full moon energy, there's Reiki, tapos there's meditation. How
Yeah,
did you
so
come up with that?
well, it's I guess because of the learnings that I've been doing at the same time, the practices that I've been getting from, iba. Siguro intuitively, I just come up with that,
Oh,
and there's this. I think I was able to con, conducted that thing before, and it worked. So I said, sige, I'll try to continue this kind of format. So it's like it's a whole package of it's a ritual that comes in a package. So there's a process. So we do the
mm,
cleansing, and then focusing on your intention, and then we end with a Reiki healing or a healing on hands to to amplify your goals or your desires and whatnot. So good.
mm. I love the process, and I love how you're able to connect us to nature, help us connect to ourselves. So thank you so much, John. John, we
Welcome.
usually end the conversation with a short reflection or a short meditation. Can you lead us?
Yes, it's an honor, and I'm very grateful again for this moment, for this time, not just sharing, but again to hold space and just to give a short moment to be centered and to be at home with yourself, right? So right now, I invite you to just sit comfortably, wherever you are. Just sit comfortably. Allow your feet to be grounded, connected to the earth. Feel the weight of your body as you are seated. Just relax your shoulders. And then just get in touch with your breathing. No need to close your eyes yet. Just breathe in and breathe out. Be aware of every bit of inhalation and exhalation. And as you do this, bring your attention to the expansion of your stomach, your physical body. And as you do this, we are being reminded once again that no, without the breath, there is no existence and there is no life. This is the only source that connects us all. In the next cycle of your breathing, gently close your eyes now. And as you close your eyes, all you can see is just, just a black nothingness. I want you to be comfortable with that nothingness. What feels safe at the moment is your breathing. Inhale and exhale. Just stay there. Be at home. Even though what you see is just darkness or nothing at all, what brings life is your breathing. And that's what matters most at the moment. That we are alive and that we are still connected. Breathing in and out. And this is something to be grateful for. This simple practice, this simple movement of letting the air enter into your nose, to your body, and out through your nose. And as a gesture for gratitude, I invite everyone to place your hands together, hands close to your chest or to your heart center. Grateful for holding this space to all of you listening, watching, just being here, present. We also we are also grateful that we are all connected and breathing, and we offer it to the divine, to the life force energy, to God, that we can all easily connect to. In your next inhale, gently release your hands, place them on your lap, and when you're ready, you open your eyes, feeling refreshed and grounded.
Oh, thank you. That was grounding, Genre. What I really like in that meditation is when you said be comfortable with the darkness. And I think that's what we talk about today.
Right.
That you shared how you were comfortable with your with the darkness that you want. I think I don't know if it's darkness, but with a
The
challenge that will
challenges,
you. Oh
right?
yeah, you were able to be comfortable with the challenge that you went through, and you really just allowed it. And because you're out of it, now you're in a space where you can take care of people and hold space for them. Lacing, so beautiful. Thank you so much. I was
Thank you,
burping the whole time.
Ashley.
What a release.
Um,
So the burping is a form of release.
it's a
So
form
that's
of release, right? Thank you, Lay.
ayan. I would like to invite you. Ayan. Si Ayi naman is saying, my favorite phrase from genre is
Oh,
be at home with yourself.
yes. Be at home with yourself.
Among other things. That's true. Be at
Right.
home with
No
yourself.
judgment. Be at home with yourself.
That's so beautiful. So we'd like to invite you if you resonate with genre, would love to see you in his full moon Reiki. healing meditation, or you can book a Reiki session with her,
Right.
with him.
Yes.
The links are on the chat box. And final words for everybody watching, John Ray, and listening.
Well, for those who are listening, and as what the topic is on staying grounded, if you're experiencing the challenges, then hang on there. Just breathe in and out, and stay on the process. There you go.
I love that. Short and sweet. Just hang in there, and like, the only way out is through it. So just go through it.
Through it.
Yeah. And
Right.
then, yeah, you can get. And of course, the community is here for you. Every Thursday, we have a free community programs to help you. And then Tuesdays, we always have creating space. So we get to talk about things like this so we can really
Right.
converse.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah, it helps
Because there,
talaga
yeah,
din.
there are a lot of there are a lot of things that will come to really help you, like this, this platform. So if you're experiencing any any issues or whatnot, yeah, they will
Yeah,
come. The
ask for
universe has
help,
your back.
no? That's
Yeah,
true. There will always be help will be always available for you. So
that's
yeah,
true.
just find help. Like what Johnny said, the universe has your back. And I think that's a good ending for this conversation. Please know that the
Yeah,
universe has your back. Thank you
that's
so
true.
much, John Ray, for being
Ah,
our
you're
guest today
welcome.
and for being
You're
so
welcome, Karen.
open about your journey.
I
Thank you
know.
so much. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome, Karen. Of course, to the online healing community again for having me here.
Of course, and you're part of the community. So yeah,
Yes.
feel free to book January session. And thank you so much for being here. Please know that the universe has your back. Okay, so bye
Right.
for now.
Okay. Bye bye,
Bye
everyone.
everyone. Thank you.